So my name is Catie Carson, and I am a graduating senior in the psychology department. I am graduating with a double major in psychology and justice studies, and then with a human rights certificate and a minor in Mandarin Chinese. So I have a variety of interests, and I'm really happy that at ASU I've had the chance to kind of explore a lot of those. I recently learned that I have received a Fulbright fellowship to be an English teaching assistant in Taiwan for next year. The publications are actually from my first 2 years at ASU when I was working at Dr. Monty Nelson's lab, and I started working there actually as a junior in high school and then worked there my first 2 years of college. And their research focuses on hormones, memory, and learning, particularly for women. So I was able to assist with several grad students' projects in a fairly involved way that enabled me to be included on their publication. So that was a really wonderful opportunity that I was excited to receive as a young student. More recently, I've been working at Dr. Newberg's evolutionary social psychology lab. He does work with stereotyping and prejudice, and so I've also been able to help with some of those projects. And then most recently, I've completed my own honors thesis, which is also within social psychology, working with Dr. Delia Sines, and we were examining the experience of underrepresented Native American students in Barrett the Honors College, interested in how being such a small minority might psychologically impact them and their experience and their ability to benefit from the Honors College. I'm very drawn to working with people, especially like vulnerable communities, and I think that almost everything that I've been able to get involved in addresses that from some angle, and that has definitely shaped my interests. Whether I'm doing something more direct practice or more broad picture, I think it all is going to be centered around this idea of trying to identify the needs of communities that are underserved, and then figuring out how I can best help that. I would say one thing is don't limit your interests. I think there's a tendency to feel like we have to have a direct path, have one goal, and then everything that we do needs to be in alignment toward reaching that goal. And I think that this is an opportunity to spend some years really diving into different interests and getting involved in things that give you a little bit of insight into what those different paths might look like. And I think it can be surprising how well seemingly diverse interests can fit together. So that's my core advice is don't limit yourself, try things, and then also take advantage of the really awesome resources that we have. Even if you're not sure if you want to do research necessarily, getting involved in a lab and working with one of our psychology faculty can be a really helpful experience, just to give you some insight into what research looks like and help you clarify what you want to do and get you set up really well to be connected. So my decision to go into psychology came down to this fact that I do really care about working with people, and psychology is such a people-centered field, but one that provides the opportunity to go into so many different areas. I am fairly indecisive, and as I've mentioned, have a lot of different things that I like to do. And so psychology was a really great way for me to be able to get a good foundational education in a field that would prepare me to do almost any of the things that I was interested in.